Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Happy New Day. I welcome you all to this episode of the shenanigans going on in Finland and in Nigeria. They are trying to use one stone to kill two birds. In other words, they want to use Kanu's case, Simon Ekpa's case, to send Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to jail, and at the same time, use Nnamdi Kanu's case to prosecute Simon Ekpa. That is what is happening. And that travel of Alex Tobe to Kenya is not ordinary. It is a scheduled meeting. Nigerian counterpart was there, but they were not mentioned in the news, so that they will think that the world are fools, or maybe we Biafrans, we are fools. That we cannot know that Nigerian counterparts went to Kenya there to meet this so-called Alex Tobe, to have that dirty and secret meeting over how they are going to prosecute Nnamdi Kanu. Don't forget, before they started Nnamdi Kanu prosecution, or rather before they present the so-called witness, they were linking Nnamdi Kanu to Simon Ekpa, even when these two are not working together. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu might be the leader of IPOB. Simon Ekpa emanated on his own and become a leader of Autopilot. These two, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu is leading, and Autopilot have been on a loggerheads for a very long time, just like Ngozi Orabueze and Ogechukwu Nkere. So you can as well use your head to do the mathematics. But let me not take much of your time. I made this comment a couple of days ago that DSS now want to repatriate Ekpa. Somebody came to my comment section and said I am talking nonsense. Now DSS have arrived in Finland. Finland don't know what to do with Simon Ekpa. That is the simple truth. They don't know what to charge him with. Now they are looking for help. So Nigerian government now is going to give them the criminal help which they needed to persecute Simon Ekpa using Nnamdi Kanu's case and DSS. You get the point now? That is what is going to happen. But let me just allow you to watch this video. Watch it, digest it, and then we'll come back for more discussion. We are going to watch it together. Then you are going to listen to it. I don't know, I don't care where the video is from, whether it used to share propaganda, but the fact there is, this news is real and authentic. DSS Nigeria, with the help of Peter Mba and the ones he sent as evidence, is right in Finland now, because Finland is confused. They don't know what to do with Simon Ekpa. But let us watch the video finish, then we'll come back for more discussion. Don't go, and make sure as you are watching, you are sharing, you are liking, and you are commenting. That is your own job. My own job is to bring this news to you. Let's go there.
We shall be discussing latest news and updates coming out from the country of Finland regarding Mr. Simon, a man held in his correctional center. As we speak, the federal government of Nigeria has sent individuals and reps into the country of Finland to do or to execute a particular task. And at the same time, Simon has done something that would change the trajectory of his legal battle in that particular country. So the question here is, why did the federal government of Nigeria send delegates into the country of Finland? Well, in this video, we shall be discussing, disclosing, and analyzing every single thing that has happened behind the scenes so you can see and understand things for yourself. Well, it all kicked off on the 15th of May of this said month when the National Bureau of Investigation, the department handling Mr. Simon's case, came out to give us a briefing and a press release regarding his case. In that press release, they were asking the federal government of Nigeria to send individuals to help them or to help supplement their investigations and trial. And as we speak, the federal government of Nigeria has sent its first batch of individuals to that country. So the question here is, who are these individuals? Or showing right now on your screen is a quick description coming from Yale, which happens to be one of the biggest media houses domiciled in Finland, where it states that the Nigerian federal government has sent investigators into their country to help with the Finnish police in running its investigations and trials. Who are these investigators coming from the Nigerian federal government? Well, when you take a look at a news published on This Day newspaper on the 17th of May of this said year, we notice that the DSS are the individuals or the investigators that has arrived or were sent by the federal government of Nigeria into Finland so as to aid its investigation. Yes, so the DSS are currently in Finland, and that is not even all. A different department or a different group of individuals in the country also traveled alongside with the Nigerian DSS. Who are these individuals? Well, take a look at this publication showing right now on your screen coming from Sahara Reporters, where it states Enugu government hails Simon's arrest in Finland, offers to provide proof of atrocities to speed up trial. Interestingly, these individuals, the Enugu state government has sent individuals and reps together with the Nigerian DSS, and have landed in Finland to proceed with his trial and possibly stand as testifiers in the courts of law. So, with all of that being said, what is Simon, together with his legal counsel team, his lawyer, and the person of Carl Gumerus, doing at this particular point in time? Well, there's a problem in the Simon's camp. Yes, there's a big problem happening right now in Simon's legal team, or the legal counsel team. Yes, so the question here is, what is currently happening in Simon's camp? But then we'll come back to that particular briefing in a second. While making this video, we stumbled on a particular news briefing coming from the country of the USA that will send a lot of shockwaves into the hearts and minds of many individuals and supporters of the ex-president of the USA, the president of Joe Biden. So the question here is, what has happened in the USA, and why will it send fears and shivers into the hearts and spines of many individuals? We'll take a look at this publication coming from Yale, where it states that Joe Biden suffers from prostate cancer. It also went a step further to claim that the former president of the USA has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer. And according to the statements from the office, Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer that has metastasized to his bones. Yes. So as you can see, the ex-president of the USA is currently ill, and he has prostate cancer, which has affected his bones. Showing right now on your screen gives us more clarity about the current situation of Joe Biden, which claims that his current illness has affected his bones, and as we speak, he's feeling severe pains in his bones and all over his body. Well, this is a very sad news coming from the USA. Yes. But then when we saw this particular news coming from the USA, things began to click in our heads, because around 21st of July of last year, Joe Biden, when he was still the president of the USA, told the whole wide world that he has dropped out from the 2024 presidential race. Yes, he did not state why. He did not give reasons or try to give more clarity. He just said, I don't want to continue with the presidential race. I want to drop off and allow somebody else take up this mantle. So as you can see, it feels like Joe Biden knew that he was sick and he wasn't fit and proper to lead a country as powerful as the USA, and that is why he had to step down. This is something a leader that has the interest of his citizens would definitely do. But in Nigeria, the reverse is the case. A president in Nigeria would prefer to use taxpayers' money to travel to foreign lands for medical treatment than stepping down. Take, for instance, the case of the former president of Nigeria, the president of Buhari. This guy spent a total of 225 days on medical trips alone. He spent an average of 1.1 billion naira to 5.4 billion naira for his medical cares and other expenses. Yes, so this man spent around 5.4 billion naira for his medical cares, and that 5.4 billion naira is enough to build a series of medical centers in Nigeria. He can build up to 5 standard medical facilities in Nigeria, but he chose to travel abroad and seek medical care instead of building one proper and standard, a first-grade medical center in Nigeria. This is a shame. It's a shame to the whole country of Nigeria. It's a shame to our leaders, the president and other governors in the country. This is a big shame. It's so sad to see that other countries of the world are developing real quick, but Nigeria, we are retrogressing with the speed of light. Take, for instance, France. France came out to say that by 2040, the country will have robots in their army. Yes, as we speak, the country of France are currently building robots that by 2040 will be ready to join their army. This is a fantastic news and a very futuristic news. Yes, countries of the world are already planning for 2050, planning for 2040, as the case may be. But in Nigeria, our president is very concerned about the 2027 presidential elections. Whatever happens afterwards doesn't concern me. Nobody's planning for the future. But countries of the world, the Western world, are actually planning for a better country. Yes, these guys are very futuristic in nature. They're planning for 2050, 2040, 2070, as the case may be. But in Nigeria and Africa, we're only concerned about the next elections. Showing right now on your screen is how these robots in the French army would look like. These guys will be able to wield ammunition. They'll be programmed to be able to detect enemies and fire when needed. They'll be programmed to also know who are friendly or who are there to hurt them. This is a massive one, and kudos to the country of France. Interestingly, when the country of France are building robots to help with its security problems, a governor in Nigeria came up with something to help solve their insecurity. Take a look at this publication coming from the Daily Trust. It states, and I quote, "Insecurity, Zulum declares Monday fasting and a prayer day in state." Yes, just in case you don't understand. The governor of Borno State, instead of fighting insecurity head on, is also asking the people of that state to fast on Monday, to fast and pray every single Monday so as to help fight insecurity in that country. This is a laughable one because Nigeria, we are too religious to see the fact. Many believe in praying than taking decisive actions. Yes, and that is why just yesterday, the DSS apprehended an individual, a wanted man, a terrorist in Abuja International Airport. This man wanted to travel to Saudi Arabia for Yaj, but he was arrested by the DSS. Imagine a terrorist wanting to travel to Saudi Arabia to go and pray and come back in Nigeria and still perpetuate evil every single day in that said country. This doesn't make sense in any way, shape or form. Well, moving back to the case of Mr. Simon, like we said previously, something is currently happening in the camp of Simon that needs urgent attention. Yes. As we speak, yesterday, a very prominent activist told the USB government that he wanted to meet with Simon to discuss issues concerning or regarding his legal battles with the Finnish government and the Nigerian federal government. He was asking the USB government to link him up with Simon so as to advise him on the individuals that should represent him in the court of law, stating categorically that Carl Gumeres, who happens to be the current lawyer of Simon, isn't fit and proper to help him in the court of law. Yes, he wanted Simon to appoint an African as probably his assistant lawyer or his first lawyer. But then as we speak, this whole thing did not sit well with Carl Gumeres. He was like, why will you guys don't trust me? I'm one of the most experienced lawyers in Finland. Yes, he was like, I've handled thousands of cases. I've handled thousands of high-profile cases. I have all the experiences in the world. Why will you tell Simon not to trust my rulings and not to trust my guidance leading to the Paijehami District Court? This whole thing did not sit well with Carl Gumeres. And as we speak, Carl told some interviewers that he's going to commit, that currently he's trying to understand Simon's case and he has committed every single thing he has into this case. And he's promising the USB government that he will bring him out of detention when trial kicks off in essence. And that is not even all. Carl Gumeres told the whole wide world the strategy or the formation he wants to use in defending Simon's case. Carl Gumeres claims that he wants to use a strategy known as comprehensive defense strategy to defend Simon. Well, what does this even mean? This is a very smart move actually by Carl Gumeres because the Finnish authorities are calling on individuals and the whole society to come in and testify against Simon. So the only way to match that particular style of the Finnish government, you have to still switch over to the comprehensive defense strategy, which is simple. Showing right now on your screen is a quick description of this particular strategy, which is a comprehensive defense is an official government strategy which encompasses a whole lot of society approach to protecting the nation against potential threats. So this is simple. Carl Gumeres also wants to bring in testifiers from the society. He wants to bring in testifiers from Nigeria, from Finland, that will testify in favor of Simon. This will be done in order to match the strategy of the Finnish government. Hope you're understanding. This is a massive one. Yes, but as we speak, a lot of activists have warned Simon to go with an African. Yes, they want Simon to pair an African together with Carl Gumeres. A very strong African activist lawyer should be paired together with Carl Gumeres so as to bring in fairness and equity into the court of law. Yes, they are saying that they don't trust Carl Gumeres to handle his case properly. They don't trust him to be able to fully understand and grasp the nature of the USB movement. They want an African to join him. Yes, and as we speak, Simon is currently trying to consider that particular assertion or that particular advice coming from a top activist domiciled on the African continent. Well, in our previous video, we showcased the fact that the current president of Finland, in the person of Alexander Stubb, is currently on the run. Yes, a lot of things has happened in Finland that we all need to see at this particular point in time. A lot of countries surrounding Finland has joined forces with the USB movement to place restrictions on Finland. So the question here is, who are these countries and who are these leaders? Well, in our previous video, we extensively explained every single thing that you need to know and understand. And if you want to watch the video and get full updates for yourself, we have that video showing right now on your screen, so feel free.
And a very quick one at that. Well, I don't see everything finished. I don't hear everything finished. I don't hear everything finished. At least to hear it from a different source, not my own source. Because when I said it, a lot of people countered it and said, I am talking nonsense. My brother, my sister, I am not talking nonsense. It is not a fake news. In every rumor, there's an atom of truth in it. Stop anytime you see news. Instead of you to go and make your own verification, you just jump into conclusion that that is a fake news, that is a propaganda, that is a lie. Even if it's a propaganda, propaganda does not mean the totality of the video is lies. It means either it is 50-50 or 60-40, or maybe sometimes 80-20, 80 real and 20 small propaganda, just to make people to at least to watch the video. But look at my people. Even the zoo are using propaganda against us now. Nnamdi Kanu have been held captive with propaganda. Now they are printing, DSS are printing Nnamdi Kanu's poster with inscription that he's a terrorist and must be persecuted. In other words, using emotional blackmail against the judge who is handling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. Passing it all over DSS, all over High Court. So as you are entering the High Court, you are going to see all the posters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is emotional blackmail, and that is DSS doing it. And it is a propaganda. But the same people who will come to my page and say, I am telling propaganda, we see all those ones, and they will not say anything. In fact, they will say, let us continue. And they will say, it means nothing. Nothing they happen. Why something is happening? Time have come for we to wake up from this, our nonchalant attitude. Nnamdi Kanu's case is supposed to be hearted. Nnamdi Kanu is not supposed to attend any trial again after appeal court set him free. But where are the Igbo leaders? None is showing any concern. On the day Nnamdi Kanu appears to the court, it's only old men. Even if George see them, he can't even do anything. Even the people, the AVD, African veteran of American veteran of Igbo descent, that is coming to the case. None of them can, has Irudike na Manko, according to Igbo adage. There are some people that when they appear before the court, and the lawyer or whatever, or judge, whoever, even the prosecuting lawyer, when they saw them, they will know that this case have gone beyond what they are thinking. But all of them are minding their business. Even the so-called number 6 man in the country. If he cannot come and he sends somebody, he's second in command, to go there. When they see him, they know that this one is being sent by Benjamin Okalu. They will know that this case have gone beyond it. But now, he told you that he is working for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's underground release. But underground, they are working for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never to be released, because it's going to cause a lot of havoc in their camp of thief. Because the only thing they know how to do is just to swindle, do thief, and to defraud the common the people's patrimony. DSS in Finland now, even as Alex Tube is on the run, DSS is in Finland because the Alex Tube have nothing to do with the prosecutor and the police in Lahti, Finland, who is the prosecutor Simon Ekpa. They are doing their job, and Alex is there doing his own job too. So somebody will say now, oh, DSS, after all, I posted a video yesterday that Alex is on the run. If Alex is on the run, is Alex police? If Alex only is the president, he cannot do the work of police or the work of prosecutor. He have no intervention there. Unlike the zoo, where a lawyer we have every relationship with the executive council arm of the government. In other words, they are the one that will tell him what to rule and what not to rule. It's not like that in other countries. Even if Alex Tube went to intervene on that case illegally, he will be prosecuted by the same prosecuting council. That is the truth. So that is the way it is. So please, endeavor to circulate this video. Nnamdi Kanu's case and Simon Ekpa's case need to be hearted. Enough of all this nonsense. We have had enough of all this nonsense from the so-called government of the zoo. Enough is enough. They said the evil that men do lives after them. No. The evil that men do need to live within them now. Let them stay and suffer whatever they have, the consequences of their actions. And the evil that DSS are doing against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Ekpa and the Biafrans, we live with them, not after them. So please, like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos. Have a nice day and have a nice Tuesday. Well, according to the comments that follow this video, just like I said earlier, look at what one of our brothers said. He said, People have rights to defend themselves. It is legal to defend oneself, whether asked to do so or not. Not one stands to be killed when people are being killed all over the land. Then functional said Nnamdi Kanu judgment in Nigeria will determine what happened to Simon Ekpa's judgment in Finland. I said this in earlier. They are trying to use one stone to kill two birds. In other words, using the judgment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu against Ekpa, or judgment of Ekpa against Nnamdi Kanu. In other words, the delay in Finland to prosecute Simon Ekpa or to look into his case is based on what they attribute or what comes out from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. Just go and mark my word. That is exactly what they are waiting, and that is what they are going to do. Anthony said, we Biafrans love you too much, sir. Our PM, Ekpa, and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he committed no offense. Free him now or never. Chinasu, who said, never give up, bro. We are moving. Dance, my brother. You are the real deal. Valentine said, my question is this. Does it mean that the Finland embassy in Abuja does not hear or see how the Fulanis are wasting the indigenous people of Nigeria lives in every part of Nigeria? So they want the Biafrans to fold their hands and keep quiet and allow the Fulanis to take over our lands. Well, not much to say. Let me end it here. Your own comment. Let us follow this video. What do you think concerning this matter? How are we going to go about it? How are we going to go about it? I will not be surprised if they come out tomorrow and said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be sentenced to death. I will not be surprised. Because Igbo prominent men are working hard towards that. But let's keep our arms crossed. Nobody is going to do us anything. But the evil that men do must surely live within them, not after them.